Hello and welcome to my channel. It's me, Tina. Today I'm here to put together a little journal. But first, before we go into that, I'll show you some of my jelly prints, jelly plate prints. Sorry, I'm moving my camera. My camera here. Billy and I were playing with the jelly plate, and I have a big one. And then I have a round one and I have a small one. So we were just playing around with that, and we were doing with stencils and bubble plastic and all kinds of stuff. And he was having actually quite a bit of fun with that. So I'll show you the papers we came up with. And this one I did. And this is quite a few layers. I had to dry it in between. And yeah, so this is one that I did. And this is one that I did also. It's where I kind of just put my roller, you know, like rubbed off my roller or painted off my roller. And then this is where we did... Actually, this is one that I did too. Let me show you one that he did. His are actually really nice. He did a lot of different colors. Like he did this one. He's got some of the green. You can see there. He's got some darker blue. He's got the red. He's got white. And yeah, so he did that one. And this one... Billy did with the bubble plastic. And then this one I did. And I love this one too. Except I got a blotch of paint on there from this one. And this one, I believe I did. And then I think we did this one together. I think we each did one like this. His was... I can't quite remember which was his and which is mine, but we did... He kind of followed me. He did the same thing I did. So, yeah. So that one was his. That's the way... Probably the better looking one is his because he was having a blast with them. And then this is one that he did with the bubbles. And then this was like where we were both using our, just to wipe off our rollers. And then this is one with bubble wrap. I did the stencil there, and I think he did the bubble wrap there. And yeah. So, these I'm going to turn into a journal. This will be the inside of the journal. And then I had taken these two. I'm going to make these into the cover like this. So, we'll have a book like this. But these two I'm going to glue back to back together. So this will be our journal, and then I will go into decorating it. I don't know when I'll be decorating it, but I will eventually be decorating it. So I'm just going to glue this together, and I'm just going to put a bunch of glue on here just so that it sticks for now. And I may or may not sew this cover. I don't think I will. We'll see what I do. Actually, I won't, because once it's in my book here, then I don't think I'll be, or like once it's sewed together, my book, and yeah, the middle part, you know, the book part, once it's sewed on here, it's pretty hard to sew around the cover, unless I do it by hand. So I think, I'm not sure which one will be the outside. I think this will be the outside. And once we have, you know, all the details on the outside and everything, it'll it'll come together. Right now, you're probably thinking, what in the world are you thinking? This as the cover. But I really like this as a background. Even for Christmas, I think I may make a Christmas journal. And then maybe have Billy do more stuff with me, creating ephemera. He's been into crafting, and he's been into the stitching. He's been doing some, I got him a plastic needle, and then he does the, you know, I forget what it's called, but it's the plastic with the little squares, and he sews with thread back and forth in there, and he just is really, really enjoying that. And so he's been learning how to do that, because I've been doing the cross stitching that I got from, where did I get that? Oh my gosh, I don't remember. Anyway, the cross stitching video, or the review that I did. Oh my goodness, why can't I remember? Globeland? I think it was from Globeland. Yeah, I think so. But anyway, from there. So I'm going to put you on pause for a little bit and let this dry, and then I will be back. Okay, this is not quite dry, but that's okay. I'll show you how I'm going to stitch it together. Now this is quite thick thread here, and it's actually from this Recollections rope. And what I did was I untwisted it and just took one of a length, and so I'm just using one of these. And I figured, since it was a Christmas journal, I would do at the ends, I would untwist it, and to make it like, you know, kind of like puffy at the bottom here. But we'll see how that turns out. So I'm just gonna go like this, and since I'm just doing a one signature journal, I can just kind of eyeball it, and I think this will be a journal that I will be keeping just for myself, so I'm not that fussy. So I have this large needle here, and I'm just gonna poke it through here and kind of do it slowly, so you don't rip your paper. Just make sure it's where you want it to, and you see it coming through. Just push it through. Make sure your thread is, or your string is on, and just pull it through. There we go. Now you need to make sure that you don't pull it through all the way, and figure out where you're going to go through next. So, oh my goodness, my fingers. So I have an awl here, and I'm going to poke it through here. Just kind of space it out a bit. And I'm going through a lot of papers, so it's going to be take a little while to push it through. And now kind of just space it out and push it through there. There we go. And then just make sure you hold it tight. You can also, you can and you should kind of clip it together so that it doesn't shift and stuff. But I'm always in a hurry, and I don't even think of that, so sorry about that. But when you're starting out, yeah, kind of clip it so you don't have to be so careful that it doesn't shift. And then you just poke through your hole, and if you kind of look in here, you can probably see right there, it's going through and then push through, and then you just kind of wiggle it through. Try not to wiggle your needle too much because that way it makes your hole bigger. And then you just want to leave enough string here so that you can tie it. They always say do it 3 times the length, but I just kind of eyeball it. Now you want to go through this hole again, but you don't want to go through the thread. You want to make sure you're going beside the thread. So kind of pull it and then put your needle in again and pull it through. Like so. So now you have this here, and you just pull it tight kind of so that, but you can tighten it once you got this through here. So now you have this hole here, and you just push it through there and then pull, and then yeah, the one is always harder than the other. I don't know why. So just pull your thread. You would think that this one would be harder because that's where the double thread is, or string, I should say. Okay, now you can take your needle off because you're done with that. And this needle has a really big eye. So this was one of my mom's. I love this, and I have a little pin cushion right there. It's not little, it's big. Pin cushion right there where I put it in. And now you take your string and you push it underneath and pull it through there. And you make sure you pull, but not too tight, because you could rip the paper. Take your little things off here. And the way I check if it's tight enough is I take my inside book and I see if I can move it from side to side. See, I can move it a little bit. That means I need to just tighten it a little bit more. So just tighten it a little bit more. And then you can tie it like this. Now let's check again. Now I should not be able to move it at all. So that is a sturdy book. If you can move it, then yeah, there's a chance that your pages will come loose. And now I'm just going to tie a bow here like this. And that way, if I need to do something while I'm working on it or something, I can just undo the bow. And yeah, and I'm just going to snip it here. And what I mean by why I did it with this string, so I can kind of unravel it like this and make it kind of poofy there. Yeah, so I hope you liked this video, and I hope you were able to pick up some pointers here. It's pretty easy to do. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!